Now today is the 17th of May 2024, and that means it is 11 years to the day that myself and my wife got together. So to celebrate our getting together, and also on the 23rd of May, it's our 9th wedding anniversary, we have decided to come to Bury because we are going on a steam train and we are having a meal. So let's get on with it, and let's get on this steam train and find out what it's all about. Now we've come to Bury's Bolton Street station to take a ride on the East Lancashire Railway. This evening my wife and I are experiencing the Red Rose dinner. The tickets are priced at £69.90 per person and are for over 16s only. There is also a dress code which is smart casual. Now we've been on quite a few of these train rides now, so if you do like trains and you like amazing food, then this is the perfect combo. We will be experiencing our fine dining on these opulent restored Pullman style carriages. You will need to arrive by 7. Boarding commences at approximately 7:15 with a prompt departure of 7:30 p.m. If you get there early like we did, parking is free after 6 o'clock and you can enjoy a drink in the trackside pub. At 7:15 prompt, the call came for us to start making our way to the carriages where we were going to experience our dining. The train we were going to travel on is this one. Locomotive 47298 was built at a cost of £3,168 by the Hunslet Engine Company Limited at Leeds and entered service in 1924 as 7138, but was renumbered 7298 in 1935. In April 1988, the locomotive moved to the East Lancashire Railway. So it's finally time to enter this Pullman style carriage, just passing the toilet there on the left hand side, round the corner and into the dining car. We are table number 4, which is just here on the left hand side, which is a table for 4, but there's just me and my wife sharing it. Now you can see the tables are nicely laid out for us, and you can also see that my wife had ordered a bottle of Prosecco when she was booking the train. It cost £25 though. Now before we'd even pulled out of the train station, we were served our first course, which was barbecue pulled pork with rye bread, salad and sweet corn relish, which was absolutely delicious. On the stroke of 7:30, after a toot on the whistle, the train slowly steamed out of the train station and we started our journey. Now this journey is going to take about 3 hours to complete, so we start off at this Bury Bolton Street station and we head off up to Rawtenstall. Once we get to Rawtenstall, we will stop. The locomotive will then move to the back end of the train and then pull us back down the same track. We will then go through Bury Bolton Street station without stopping and go right the way down to the end to Heywood. Then the train will turn round again and bring us back to Bury Bolton Street station where we started. The steam trains have been travelling through the beautiful Irwell Valley for the past 175 years. Now this is one of the most picturesque spots on the East Lancashire Railway heritage line, just on the edge of Bury in the Burns Country Park section of the track. Burns Country Park is a Green Flag award-winning park with over 36 hectares of scenic countryside, stunning views and all kinds of wildlife. Burns Country Park is the newest station along the East Lancashire Railway. It is the place to hop off if you want to explore the Burns Country Park or if you're staying at the Burns Caravan Park. Burns Country Park was East Lancashire's 7th station and it opened in October 2016. Whatever time of the year you visit, Summersea is a picturesque village that would be right at home on any vintage railway postcard. It is a place to stop for stunning countryside views and walks. The station originally opened in 1846, it then closed in 1972, and East Lancashire Railway reopened it in 1987. This was formerly a two-platform station on a double-track line. The main station building was on the southbound platform. There was a goods yard to the south, and to the north was Brooks Bottom siding. We are now on the approach to the viaduct which goes over the River Irwell. This is the Heywood Hill Viaduct, and it's about to go under a £1.28 million restoration. The last time this viaduct had any work carried out on it was in 1932, so I guess it's long overdue. In the past, the railway has worked closely with the BBC, ITV and a number of other production companies, and is featured in television shows such as Hollyoaks, Being Keegan, Deal or No Deal, The League of Gentlemen and Tina and Bobby, as well as the blockbuster film Paddington 2. Now we're just on the approach to the next train station we're passing through, which is Ramsbottom. Ramsbottom train station is the perfect midpoint on the East Lancashire Railway. The station opened on the 28th of September 1846. On that date the line was completed from Clifton Junction through Bury and Ramsbottom to Rawtenstall, enabling through trains to operate from Manchester Victoria. The station was provided with up and down platforms linked by a footbridge and canopies, and the station building on the downside. A goods yard and goods shed was located on the site of the present car park. The level crossing and signal box still remain in something like their original condition. The station was closed to passengers on the 15th of June 1972. Although the line remained open to freight until 1980, it was then reopened by the East Lancashire Railway on the 25th of July 1987. Irwell Vale is a charming traditional mill village in between the towns of Ramsbottom and Rawtenstall. Nestled on the rivers of the Irwell and Ogden, you'll find lots of scenic strolls and plenty of amazing views if you get off at this station. In 1980, the last coal train passed through the area, and the line, once filled with the clatter of wheels on the rails, falls eerily quiet. In the mid-1980s, ongoing discussions between local and national rail authorities eventually lead to the formation of the East Lancashire Railway Trust, and the remaining track and buildings come under their control. On the 25th of July 1987, the East Lancashire Railway Heritage Line reopens. The first regular passenger service travels between Bury and Ramsbottom on 4 miles of restored track. In 1989, new station buildings built using examples of original architecture on the line opened along its route. In 1991, after major bridge works, 4 miles of the track opened between Ramsbottom and Rawtenstall. It's time for the soup course, and we're having country vegetable soup with herb croutons and a brown roll with butter. Now we've arrived at Rawtenstall station, which is the end of our outward going journey and our turnaround point to go back down to Heywood. Now, being a plumber and a gas engineer, it would be rude not to inspect the ablutions. let's start with the toilet. As you can see, there are a few signs above here, so let's have a read. So, do not use this lavatory while the train is standing in a station. Whoops, first mistake, we're standing in a station. And the next sign is, a gentleman lift the seat. Don't we get in trouble for doing that? And then the final sign is, press lever to flush. Well, it'd be rude not to flush after I've used, so here we go. Oh, well, that wasn't very good. And there was that. But at least we had a go at flushing while we're in a station though. So, that's the toilet. Let's have a look at the wash basin. So, let's have a go at these old non-concussive taps. Well, the hot works, not a massive flow rate. And not a massive flow rate on the cold either, or at least it works. Did you know toilets were first added to a passenger train in the early 19th century, with some carriages built with toilets in the 1880s? The first toilets were a bowl with a hole in the bottom and a tube that led to the track. These were called hopper toilets, and that's why you were not allowed to flush the toilet while you were in the train station, because it would leave the mess all over the track. The toilets on new modern trains are now vacuum systems, which are just like the ones on an aeroplane, so now you can flush while you're in a station. The original railway station opened in 1846 as part of the line from Clifton Junction. The line reached Waterford in 1848 and then on to Bacup in 1852. For most of its life, this station was on a through route for passenger services between Manchester and Bacup via Bury. After being listed for closure under the Beeching Acts, passengers and goods services to Bacup were withdrawn on the 3rd of December 1966. The passenger service to Bury was closed on the 3rd of June 1972, and the station itself was closed in 1980 when the regular coal train was withdrawn by British Rail. The station was then rescued and saved in 1987 and then completely rebuilt and reopened in 1991. Now it's time to get back on the train because we're about to leave Rawtenstall because the engine has gone from the front of the train to the back of the train so it can pull us back down the track. Also, it's about time we had our main course, so let's get back to the table. Now for main course, we're having chicken jambonette with dauphinoise potatoes and garlic and mushroom sauce, with carrots, broccoli and roast potatoes. Now we are steaming back down the same track, back through Bury Bolton Station and right down to the end at Heywood. Now the two tunnels we are passing through now are called the Nuttall tunnels and they're right near Ramsbottom. This second one is 115 yards long and is curved. The tunnel is noted for its corbelled decorative north end portal. The tunnels were built in 1846 and then the line closed in 1972, but thanks to the East Lancashire Railway, opened again on the 25th of July 1987. Now it's my favourite time of the meal, which is always the sweet. So we're having mango Charlotte with chantilly cream, but Charlotte went for the cheese and biscuits. Now, just as we were finishing the suite, it was time to go back through Bolton Street Station. We were on the far side of the track, so a different part than where we started off. So this is the second time we've been here, but it won't be the last. Now, just before we get into Heywood train station, you will see here there is a footbridge going over the track. This is the newest bridge that was installed on this East Lancashire Railway. A local engineering firm called Tazica was chosen by Rochdale Borough Council to design, build and install a new footbridge over the East Lancashire Railway. The footbridge is located at Schofield Street in Heywood, Greater Manchester. The new footbridge was constructed 3 miles away at Tazica's specialist fabrication facility at Birch Industrial Estate. The project was delivered by Tazica Engineering Services Division and demonstrates their ability to design, build and install a custom-made footbridge. The previous footbridge was deemed unsafe and closed by Rochdale Borough Council 12 months before this new bridge was installed. The footbridge was fabricated in 3 sections for efficient transportation and erection. The new footbridge is lighter, stronger and safer than the original. This new footbridge was installed in July 2020. Now it's the last part of the meal, finishing off with a nice coffee and a few little chocolates. Now we've arrived at our penultimate station, which is Heywood Station, which is also our turnaround point to take us back to our final destination of Bolton Street Station. The original Heywood Station was opened in 1841 by the Manchester and Leeds Railway. It was resited in 1848 when the line was extended to Bury. It closed on the 5th of October 1970. It reopened on the 6th of September 2003 as an extension of the East Lancashire Railway from Bury Bolton Street. The boundary between the East Lancashire Railway and the National Rail Network is located a short distance east of the station at Hotwood. The original station was situated immediately opposite the terminal wharf of the Heywood Branch Canal. The East Lancashire Railway Station is situated slightly further up to the east. nearer to the former Heywood Railway wagon works. Heywood train station is the most easterly point of the East Lancashire Railway, and technically is the starting point of your journey if you want to ride the line from end to end and back again. Off goes the engine to find the points so it can swap over to the other side of the track, so it can now pull us back to Bolton Street Station. The East Lancashire Railway has a lot of events carrying out throughout the year. They have the Wizarding Adventure, the Villain Academy, A Day Out with Thomas, Travel to Wonderland, the Dino Adventure, Peppa Pig Family Fun Day, the Halloween Ghost Train, and the Santa Specials. Now if you have young children, I would definitely recommend the Halloween Ghost Train. We've been on that a couple of times now, and the Santa Specials, which we've also been on a couple of times. So whether you want to do fine dining, get scared to death by a ghost, or meet Santa Claus on a train, then the East Lancashire Railway is definitely the place to be. And for the final time on this journey, we arrived back at Bolton Street Station in Bury. So, hopefully you've liked this video, and maybe I'll catch you on another one. Cheers. And just before we left, I had the privilege of standing on the footplate with the driver and checking out the cab. Amazing.